Hello everyone, so in this video I'm going to show you the difference between the reset warm, reset cold, and reset origin operation. So for this reason I created three GVLs called non-written vars, written vars, and our persistent vars. So let's log in into our PLC so you can see the difference between these three operations. Okay, I'm gonna pass my PLC to the run mode. And here I have my non-return variables. This is a normal GVL. These GVL return variables, if I go to the offline mode, you're gonna see that it's a return global variable list. So if I declare the variables inside of this space, these are gonna be retained variables. So it will not lose their values when my PLC restart. So it will keep the last value. And our persistent vars, it's basically the same thing as a retained variable, but it will be a little more stronger. So it will persist the value even if the user downloads a new program, downloads this program again to the PLC. So let's see what is the operations of reset and what they can do to my variables. So first let's write some values into my non-variable, my retain variables, and my persistent variables so you can see the difference between the three operations. Here I'll set on my non-retain the value 10. Everyone's gonna be 10. 10 and 10. I'm gonna press Ctrl plus F7 to write the values. Okay, 10, 10, and 10. So let's start with the first operation. To perform this operation, you need to be in the online mode with your PLC. So here I am in the online mode. And I'm gonna press the button, the online menu, and the first operation is gonna be my reset warm. So when I press reset warm, basically this is the same operation when the PLC restarts. So if I cut the power of my PLC, it will basically do the same thing. The difference is that my PLC is going to be on the stop mode. And you can see that my non-retain variable, it lost its value. But let's check about the retain and the persistent variables. My retain variable, it kept its value. And my persistent variable also kept its value. And my PLC restarted. So I need to run again. So I need to go to the run mode again. But you can see that I lost my non-retain variable, but my retain and my persistent variable, it kept the value. Okay, now let's test about the reset code operation. So when I press the reset code, yes, I want to perform a reset code operation. We're gonna see that my PLC is gonna go to the stop mode, and I lost the value of my retain variables. And of course, if I had a value on my non-retain variable, I would also lose this value. So it will erase the value of non-retain variables and retain variables. But you can see that my persistent variable, it kept its value. Now, what's the only way that you can erase a persistent variable? The only way you can do this is by performing a reset origin operation. So even if you download this project to the PLC, not make an online change, the persistent variable will also keep its value. So let's test this before performing a reset origin operation. So I'm gonna go to the offline mode and I'm gonna make my PLC needs a new program download. So I'm gonna go in the build and I'm gonna clean all. It will erase all the binary files from my project. So I will need to download this project again. MasterTool will warn me that this action is no longer possible without a download. That's what we want. Yes. Now if I log in again, the PLC lost my program. It's performing a new download. But you can see here that I download this project and I didn't lose the value of my persistent int. I can go to the run mode again. Of course, I would lost my non-retain variables and my retain variables if I had any value, but my persistent value will keep the last value that the PLC recorded. And the only way I can erase the persistent int is by going to the online menu and performing a reset origin. So if I click yes, you see that I lose the value. And when you perform reset origin, you need to download the program to the PLC again. So I need to go to the offline mode and perform an online mode again. So it will perform a new download of the program to my PLC. And you can see here that I lost the value of my persistent variables. Basically, this is the difference between our three operations: reset warm, reset cold, and reset origin.